Thanks, General. A couple of questions for you. First of all, how does the Pentagon address the apparent paradox of providing bombs to Israel on the one hand and ready-to-eat meals to Palestinians on the other?
So, Tom, as we've talked about, we recognize a couple things here. One, Israel was attacked by Hamas on October 7th, over 1,200 people killed, over 200 hostages taken, half of whom are still being held by Hamas. Hamas has not laid down its arms. It continues to present a significant and potentially existential threat to Israel. And Israel has an inherent right to defend itself. And as a strong partner, long-standing partner of the United States, our support for Israel's right to defend itself is ironclad, and we will continue to support them and ensure they have what they need to defend their people and protect their citizens from future terrorist attacks by Hamas. At the same time, as we've been saying for a very long time, and I mentioned earlier, over $180 million in humanitarian assistance to people in Gaza from the U.S. government, we recognize the importance of ensuring that the people in Gaza can remain safe. And again, we have been consistently speaking with our Israeli partners on the importance of ensuring civilian safety. Secretary Austin has talked about this at multiple times, to include in his speech at Reagan, and that will continue to be our position. Ultimately, at the end of the day, what we want to see is a situation where Israelis and Palestinians can live next to each other side by side, and the threat of Hamas no longer exists and creates the chaos that they have brought to both the Israeli and the Palestinian people. Thank you.
Thanks. And then the second question. I know you don't want to get ahead of any announcements vis-a-vis the aid corridor through the maritime route, but you did mention some unique DoD capabilities. Can you talk about what these could be in a general sense, and like amphibious landing craft, for instance? And also, could you talk about what the situation is now with regards to the Israeli naval blockade? How would the corridor get around that, or would it be through the blockade with the Israelis?
Thanks, Tom. Now, I'm just not, because as much as I'd like to get into hypotheticals and speculate, that will be reported as DoD is going to do X. And at this point, I just don't have any specifics to announce. So we'll be sure to keep you updated. And in terms of Israeli operations, I'd have to refer you to them. Let me go back to the phone.